Talk that shit. Turn it up now. Turn it up now. Turn it up. Turn it up. It's your boy Dude. It's your boy Dude. It's your boy Dude. It's your boy Dude. What up, baby? Huh? It's been a minute since I came on this thing, huh? You thought I was just gonna sleep on y'all? Y'all thought I was gonna lay down? No, man. I've been in the lab cooking up stuff in the kitchen, huh? I've been cooking it up for y'all, man. I've been thinking about some things, man. I still got some stuff coming. You're gonna see a lot of changes happen in the next couple of days and couple of episodes. But look here, man. It's your boy Doing. I'm coming in today, man. We're gonna talk about some shit. You know I like to talk that shit. You hear me? And when we talking that shit, it got to be on the hunter. Now understand me? We ain't gonna come with no kind of fraudulent information, and we love to keep you updated with the latest drama. You understand me? That's going on, man. Look, you know we push positivity. Though, you know I got a special guest for y'all today, though, baby. I mean, it's been a minute. I've been trying to get him on the show, man. He's been busy doing his own little thing, man. So, you know, it's gonna be a little special feature, a little special guest, man. Shout out to Sugar Slim, man, who blessed the game with this track, man. You know what I mean? When we first started this venture, you understand me? Me and my boy P, you understand me? Go follow his shit too, man, because, you know, he's still doing this thing, PM Lifestyle Podcast, you know? But with that being said, man, it's your boy Dude, man. We're going to get into some shit, man. We're going to get into some shit, man. Let's get into some shit. You hear me? Hey, hey, man, listen, man, today on the show, man, we're going to get into some stuff, man. I just want to tell y'all, you know, I like to welcome myself back first and most importantly, you understand me, for letting y'all out. I ain't really let y'all out, no, I've been cooking. Like I said, I've been cooking. So, you know, with that being said, we're going to get into some stuff today. There's a lot of big events happening in the world today, and I don't know if you sleeping or not. I don't know if you missing out. Well, we're going to bring it to you today, baby. I'm going to talk about a couple of things, man. But first and foremost, man, I want to bring in a special guest, man, from the podcast Lee Vintage, man. Lee with 3 E's. You hear me? Like Bruce Lee, but add an E. You feel me? Advantage. You understand me? Listen, man, it's like an advantage, but just vantage. You understand me? So listen, go follow his podcast, man. He on YouTube, he on TikTok, he on a few things, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, we always want to show love to brothers, man, when they pushing their agendas and they talking about some good things, man, that involve you inside the community. With that being said, I'm going to bring in my boy, Lee Vintage, man. What up, Lee?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, man, welcome to Delete That Podcast Show. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to get into some stuff and we're going to talk about some things, man. You know what I mean? I want to, first of all, welcome you to the show, you know, and let you, you know, just talk about some things with your show and tell us a little about yourself, man. Speak on it.
Yeah, I run. I got my own channel, Lee Vantage, as that dude came through and shout out to y'all. I do reactions. I do reactions to sports, movies, comedy skits, you name it. And what's special about mine is I do reactions to most movies, not the top movies that's coming out, but even the Amazon, Netflix, even D-grade movies that we used to laugh at when we was younger. I do reactions to those too and break them down and make fun of them. So
That's
it's a lot of fun. The sports in particular, I'm a Cowboy fan, so we'll do Cowboy games and things of that nature.
Here you go. Yeah, you were doing fine. You were doing great until you went there. Go ahead.
Lakers, everything, anything you can think
Okay.
of.
Okay.
So yeah, we get it in like that.
Hey, man. Well, listen, man. There's they say a man wear many hats and put on many masks, man. I mean, you know, it, when you in your spare time, they tell me you're a builder, a community builder, man. You know, I you're a builder. You know, I refer to guys like that as builders, man. You know what I mean? We don't want to leave the guests, you know, just hanging on a limb, on a whim. You ain't got to say where you at, but just let them a little more. What else you do for the community, man?
Oh yeah, high school coach.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
football coach. and rivals to this man over here.
Oh, hey man, hey man. Let it be known, it is definitely a rivalry going because you got to see your boy do Coach do at some point on the other side of the field, which will be very, very intriguing this year as we both have young team. But we're gonna get into that stuff later, man, and we're gonna talk about some sports as well, man. But with that being said, man, y'all make sure y'all follow him on this platform, man. He on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, IG, man. You can catch him with his latest shows on YouTube, and TikTok. He keep them coming. He keep them coming, right? And so with that being said, follow at Lee Vintage. We're gonna get into some stuff, man, because it's some stuff, man, that we gotta talk about. Hey man, hey man. Let's get into one of the craziest topics today, man. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. And you know what? I said we Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. It's a big one, man. That's
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. What's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers after going to the Jets and saying that something was going to be better, different than Green Bay, after
Right.
following in the legacy and filling the shoes of a Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now, to saying that you have moved to New York, then rerouted back to Pittsburgh after leaving Green Bay. Do you think
Any 41.
and he's 41? About that. That is a big one. And he's 41 years old.
Right. I'm wondering if it's just a little too late. His time crept over because he looked subpar. He wasn't Aaron Rodgers at the Jets. He wasn't what we were accustomed to. So I kind of worry going to Pittsburgh, even though he got more weapons there, and a better coach.
Right. So do you think the injury has something to do with him not being the fall of old that we used to seeing? Do you think that injury still impacts his game right now? Are we going to see something different in Pittsburgh? Because they had Russell Wilson there, man, and I thought Russell was doing good for him, and that didn't work out. So
I hope so, because I like Aaron Rodgers. I hope what happened in the Jets wasn't due to the injury, but more the team. Because if it's the injury, that don't help you at 41. It is only going to keep going downhill after that. So hopefully it was more the team than the injury. But you're right, it could have been the injury. The injury.
Right.
And man, hopefully he's over it because those type of injuries take time, especially at his age.
Right.
But yeah, I think if all in all, if we get a little bit of Aaron Rodgers, they already make the playoffs every year. So we talking 12 wins, maybe even 13.
So you think? I mean, what does he add to the Steelers? What does the Steelers get in Aaron Rodgers? Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, consistency. Hopefully, at the quarterback position. Yeah, consistency. He didn't. Yeah, he don't need. He don't need to do 300-400. He just needs to 250 to 3.
Right.
Hand that ball off to Najee and let's see what it do and put the ball and have the defense do what they've been doing. Get stops.
They say he big on controlling what and being the big voice. I mean, do the Steelers players perceive him as that and receive him as such? Will there be egos in the locker room or on the field?
Yeah, I don't. His leadership's been in question, so
right.
That's gonna be the thing, and we'll see. We'll see because if his leadership is good, they should be good. If his leadership is really in question, it is going to manifest itself because that team is solid. They've been winning, getting to the playoffs with nothing, no quarterbacks. So
Hey
if
man.
if he can't get 12, quite actually be honest, if he can't get 12 wins, something's wrong
Hey man.
with that
Hey,
team.
but that's what they say, man. That's what they say.
Mhm.
That's what they say. Hey, bro, I tell you this though. Shout out to the Steelers, man, because I'm a Steel Curtain rider, man. I'm a Saints fan by heart, born and bred it into that. That's first and foremost. We don't want to never get that misconstrued. I am a Saints fan. So, with that being said, me being a Saints fan, every now and then I bring in old smooth talking Uncle Joe. Man. So, with you
Mhm.
hear the baby say, "Hey, give me some attention over here." But yeah, man. So, with that being said, Corey, uh, Aaron Rodgers, shout out to the Steelers. I think it makes them definitely somebody to pay attention to. They're definitely gonna be a little fluent on their offense now, having a quality quarterback that don't have an excuse in the world because you got some good linemen over there with the Steelers. So you got that excuse go out the window. He just got to take care of his business, man. He got to take care of his business. Hey, bro. Next up in the news, man, the Pacers pulled
Mhm.
behind to
Mhm.
get the win, man.
Mhm.
They hadn't led the entire game. They had never had the lead. The
Mhm.
first time they get the lead, it's a it's at the end of the game
Okay.
inside the last 50 something seconds when they first accomplished getting the lead.
Mhm.
Chasing and trailing the entire game, and 10 points drop down to 6 to 8, go back up 14. It drop
Mhm.
back, they close it out again. You turn your head and it close it out. It's 98, 92 at the time, or 90, something like that. It was a 6-point lead. And it dwindled down to seconds, man, as we watch two, I would say two well put together teams that's bringing back the true tradition of basketball, right? Where there's no more big eyes and little you, man, because when you look at Tyrese only had 14 points, man, tonight. And as the leader of the team, he had 14 points. So people don't understand when we say that, when you talk about a LeBron James that actually came in and revolutionized the game to where you had to build teams to stop him, right? So he began to, and guys began to want to team up with him, and they formed units and teams, and it became what they so-called cliched it as super teams, right? And I don't like to call it super team. I just like to say a well-talented team. They got a lot of talent over there, right?
Yeah.
But that
Mhm.
talent still got to learn to play together, move the ball around. But back to what I was saying, to see a LeBron James leave the game right now, and the game is transitioning and transcending into something else. You had the 3-point shot with Steph Curry, and everybody watched the one-on-one dribble. Now, this ain't what you got in today's game. So when you see the Pacers right now and seeing a OKC team that is well gelled, like I said, at every position, they got true point guards, true shooting guards, true forwards and power forwards and centers. And you're seeing basketball. The ball is move around. It remind you of the Spurs back then when Popovich had them boys, Tony Parker, Ginobili, and they had that ball swinging and popping around, and you know what I mean, dunking now and now. David Robinson, there was some traditional basketball teams like the Spurs, and now those teams are back. So what do
Yeah.
you about the Spurs? I mean, the Pacers coming back with this pullback win, man.
That I couldn't, I didn't even understand how they came back. Watching it, I was like, how up by like 15, then you lose it right at the last moment. And OKC was doing, they played their game for the most part. Uh no excessive three-pointers. They played because OKC attacks the paint a lot, draw a lot of fouls, and just the gut of Indiana to pull it off. I think it's not sustainable because they was hitting from the outside. because of how OKC attacks you.
Right
So
now,
it was pretty impressive. So that game 2 is going to mean a lot for
oh,
Indiana. I
hey
think
man,
Indiana.
hey, know, I'm gonna say this.
Mm,
Right? It is. I feel like whoever win game 2 win this series, right? No bullshit. I
mm,
feel like whoever win game 2 win the series. I don't care which way it go. You can say they tied or one. Whoever win game 2 is gonna win this series. Reason being that first game is always a filler. You're gonna try to work some stuff and see what works, try to guard and come back, this and that. What concerns me is the Pacers turned the ball over quite a lot and overcame that deficit and still
you're
managed
right.
the game and winning. So
You're right.
now if we say no mistakes and they play a perfect game and have a prolific game 2, how much better can OKC play? Because they was playing their ass off the first 4 quarters and last 50 seconds.
Yeah, it's
2-minute point, they got the 2-minute mark, and shit changed. So with
it
that,
over. Mm-hmm.
that becomes a concern to me, to saying that, hey man, look, these people close on you, man. These people, man, to come in your house and you done had the longest rest to be at home, and you shouldn't be winded because all you had was rest. And you run out of gas with 50 seconds left. The problem was defense. The problem was defense, man. You watch the same game I watch, and we watch guys like what's this boy name? I don't want to mess his name up, but he coming through the middle of the lane, man, and just nobody's there to stop him. He coming up, going up with the ball, nobody's there to stop him. So when we're
Well,
seeing
who are you talking about? What team? Which team?
Indiana, uh,
Halliburton
no,
or
not
oh boy, I know you're talking about.
I don't want to mess up the boy name, but hey man, listen to me. Hold on. I won't get into the facts of that anyway. So we gonna get to his name. You can trust me on that. So what I'm telling you is this. Listen, man. Hey man, I'm telling you something, bro. That we watch these people, man, pull off one of the most prolific games they could have pulled off to come back and win this game, bro. And seeing, yeah, this guy has been there before. He looked for the big shots, right? We understand that he looked for the big shots. He don't back away from it, right? But I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna tell you this: the key to their success is not Tyrese.
Oh,
It's
really?
Tyrese. It's not Tyrese, man. It's not Tyrese, bro. That's not the key to their success, Cole. That's not the key to their success. That's not the key to their success. And here's why, right? When you have a game that goes like that, and you're the key guy, that's supposed to be the guy, the man on the team, right? And you got 14 points in a championship matchup, big game, no tomorrow. We got to win. Every game count, right? You ain't
So
got time.
so you think he shrunk a little bit and he
Huh?
shrunk? You think he shrunk a little bit?
Man, it ain't that he's strong. I think Pascal is really, really the man on that team, man.
But you
Bro,
know how Halliburton.
Pascal was killing going to the hole. Like
Yeah.
every time he sliced, like he has been playing some killer ball for them, man. And seeing Sakem, I don't want to mess up the brother's name, you know what I mean? Because people used to mess up my name when I was coming up. So, but seeing this guy ball out the way he does, bro, and produce the way he does, he's really, to be honest with you, without him, they ain't there.
Yeah.
They ain't,
But you
They
know, Halliburton is a traditional point guard, so his his scoring outputs won't be that 25 to 30 a game. It might be around those 10 assists, 15, 20 points. You know what I mean? Because he's more of a true
right
point guard,
because
not
he had,
versus a scoring point guard.
right.
So you got a point that someone else, Siakam, might have to step up to take
Siakam
this
is the
on.
man, bro. That's how you
Yeah.
said it. Siakam. I was messing up his name. You know what I'm saying? I call his first name right, but Siakam,
Mm-hmm.
bro. This guy showed tremendous. For he is the reason they won, man. I am saying they're where they at. Let's not say they won tonight, but they're where they at because their team is an evenly based team, bro. Where they all like they 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 all contribute. You got 50, you got 15 people on the bench. They got 13 of them in rotation down there. It's like everybody contributing. Everybody's putting up numbers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and in that sense, it's like saying, okay, how do you beat them? How do you stop them? How do you can't just think you coming in and just enforce your will because they really like that and they got the confidence to play behind themselves, right? We saw what they did last series when he grabbed his neck talking about Ant-Man them choking. They choked. They choked.
Mm-hmm.
Not Ant-Man, but I'm sorry. They beat Cleveland. They came back and beat like their poise and their team that they showed that they could upset teams, man.
Yeah, and they don't need to lead wire to wire.
They don't need to lead wire to wire, bro.
Never out of the game, and them beating the OKC tonight is actually a testament to that. Never being out of it and still being able to come back and beat you in the end. So OKC can't let their guard down. Is what the bottom line is. They can't
Right,
let their guard
right,
down. As soon as you let your guard down, you having a good game like they had, it'll end up getting walked and lose the game on the last second shot
right,
by Halliburton. he been hitting game winners the whole
right,
playoffs.
right. Hey, on top of SGA having 38 points, bro. Now, he played like a superstar. Now, is he going to be the face of the league? I think he's the only reputable one that can be the face of the league, right? With meaning SGA. But that loss is I don't see them. I think it's going 7. My take is it's going 7, right? They're gonna come back and they're gonna come back and probably come to blow some shit out of the water. But the thing is, Indiana is basically the same replica of a team. Their weapons are the same, but they just got more of them, right? You OKC have weapons, but some of them are older weapons, and these a whole bunch of young legs, man. We watched this kid go up, man, and play. We watched defense happen. That's a lot of high scoring points, right, for a playoff game. 110 to 111. Not a lot of defense, a whole lot of offense. We understand that, right? But you seeing SGA with 38 points. They're starters, bro. Jay Will, he had 17 points. L. Dart, he had 15. And I love his game, right? But now you have a guy that should be contributing as a starter in Hogan, and he have only 6 points. Wallace, he got 6 points. So you're looking at SGA with 38, and the closest one to him got 17, right? But then you look at the Pacers starters, Siakam, 19 points, 10 rebounds, double, 3 assists, right? M. Turner, 15 points, 9 rebounds. You see what I'm saying? Look
Yeah.
at the numbers. Now
OB
you
Toppin with the
14.
17 off the bench. OB Toppin
Yeah,
with 17 off the bench.
yeah, it has 17. But their starting lineup are all in double
Double
digits.
digits. Yeah.
I mean, Lee, look, that you seeing how he got 14, like we said, and you looking at number, he got 14. Naismith got 10. 10 and 12, though. 10 and 12. He got a double. So you got guys that's contributing. He had a double. Turner almost had a double. He was 15 for 9 rebounds. He almost had. They whole squad is contributing, and like you say, the bench top and come off the bench and give us 17.
Mm-hmm.
17, man. So when you have things like that happening and you're looking at their lineup and their bench, man, come on, man. You ain't ready to compete or beat them people, man. I don't give a damn what you tell nobody else. You are not ready to beat them people.
And Toppin hit he hit 5 3-pointers too. So that's what
Tell me about it.
really broke their back.
Tell me about it. McConnell had 9 points. He almost had 10, a double figure. So you got 6 people that's almost in double figures. Brian got 5. You know what I mean? Madden got 5. You got Shepard with 3. That's all those players. That's your 5 backup bench players. They all scored. The 5 starters, they scored. They scored. But when you look at their numbers, man, it don't look right. Only you see 3 big numbers and everybody else up under there. Which they had
Mm-mm.
Caruso coming off the bench, giving them 11, right? So do you think
Mm-hmm.
about starting Caruso next game? Do you think
Mm-hmm.
about starting Caruso?
And all of it, all of his plus, all of Indiana's plus minuses are good for the starters. Real high plus minus. Bench guys are a low plus minus. Um,
So that's what I'm saying. So when you have a low plus minus, man, hey man, make sure y'all hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and hit that share button while you tuning in to Delete That Podcast, man. We love y'all out there. But like I was saying, man, let's get back to it. Listen, man, we're talking about this guy, Tyrese Halliburton, game-winning shot. Can he be the real deal? Now, we just went into that talking about the 14 points and how much we gonna miss watching a LeBron James on the basketball court in the finals.
mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, this was a great finals tonight. This was by far, this was a good one, but it wasn't, it was just basketball. No, it wasn't highlights. It was pure basketball that happened tonight on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey man, y'all free to chime in out there, man. You know what I mean? Put your comments in that comment box in the bottom. You know, if you got a different opinion on what you saw, man. You know what I mean? I would love to hear your opinion. Not you always choose, man. If you want to call it, we let you call it and tune into that way too, man. So don't even trip, man. However you want to get there, we got you. You understand me? You can tune in. Like I said, delete that podcast. You know what I mean? And we looking here to talk that shit and just keep it professional, man, and have some fun with the game, man. You know, we ain't here to make everybody look bad, talk crazy, but we is gonna talk that shit. But back to what we was talking about, man. You call in and you see the number 504. Yes, sir. Listen, man. But looking at this kid showed up twice and hit a game winner last series, right? Well, hit a shot that they had to review that wasn't a 3, that ended up being a 2 and sending the game into overtime, right? And a highly anticipated watch game, right? So we watch him show up then, and we watching him show up now in big games, big moments, right? His dad was put out of the state and wasn't letting him come to home game behind the little tantrum stuff that went on between him and the Greek freak, right? So this guy was allowed back in, and the kid been playing with a chip on his shoulder, right? He give you good minutes, give you good ball, you know what I mean? But can he be the real deal? Lee Vantage, tell me your take.
I think he's I think he's just more of a traditional. They want to. I think this is Halliburton, right?
Yeah,
They want to make him more than what he is. I just think he's more like a little grade under CP3 in his prime. CP3 will give you legitimate 20.
whoa, you putting him on
Halliburton
the list.
Halliburton won't get you. He's a step below him.
Oh,
He
okay.
won't give you the
Oh,
20
yeah.
all the time, but they want him
Just a
to be
step.
there. Yeah,
Just
about
a
a
step.
yeah. Because I think he can still get you 10 assists a game, but he should give you the 15 a game consistently and making good decisions. That's what's key that Halliburton needs to do so everybody else can work off of that. And then he do what he's been doing all playoffs, come down and
Right,
hit a game winner on you when you're not
right,
expecting it.
right, right,
Solid point guard. I think he's a real good solid point guard. Not
right.
superstar. Not superstar. Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
All-star maybe, but not superstar where he takes a game over. So that's why I say you were right in that aspect. He won't
So
take a game over unless he's hot or cooking.
so do you agree with me that this game is going not only revolutionize but change so much, and we're gonna miss a LeBron James
Oh
being
yeah.
willing in the game, man.
Oh
Like
yeah. The rate Skip
they
Bayless' career is over. Stephen A. Smith's career is
right.
over.
What do we
Uh,
got to talk about?
ain't gonna have nobody talk about because ain't
Right.
nobody worth talking about in a sense.
As
Because
that dominant force. Nah,
because Steph, we seen him getting hurt. That ain't gonna hit for his size. That's gonna continue to happen.
right.
So he end up retiring, and after that, you ain't gonna hang your hat on. I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna hang your hat on the Canadian. The league ain't
Nah,
gonna do that.
nah, nah.
A United States player playing in Canada, okay, but not a Canadian. They'd be
Yeah,
dang to do that, and then that's
right.
why they forced that Luka trade to try to bring the revenue up. So when LeBron leaves, the Lakers can, as a team, can get back to the old Lakers as far as having them highlighted on the league. So they'd be the marquee, and then they got to find the individual. Who's that guy that's gonna be? But that's a big hole to fill with LeBron. That they disrespected him enough. I think he
Right.
got. I think this is last year, low key, because he didn't. They said if he don't opt out and just play through that last contract, that's it.
Amen.
Okay.
I think he's a guy of history. He's a guy of valor when it comes to stats, and he understands what's in front of him. He about being historic and legendary and making history. So I think he stayed till his son Bryce get to the league.
Oh, I hope he does because I
And
don't want to see him go.
and I don't see that in the near future being done no time soon ever again.
Mhm.
Because no player has came into the game the way he came into the game, straight as a kid, 18, dominating the game and carrying the team and being the face of the franchise. So I don't see a player in today's game that's able to put that on their shoulders and carry that load, man. So, and when we are looking at what we see face value of the game changing, like they're doing with the All-Star game, that's another thing. Like the All-Star game, now they're changing that to where it's to USA against the world, which is those Canadians, those people that we're saying that they won't make the face. So now here's the separation, right? We gonna make you understand that it's Team USA, it's the USA, period. Whatever goes on, right? And then it's the world, right? So now, and we're seeing that. And speaking of that, it's so crazy because it goes right into the next segment, as I say, what's going on in the world today? Like I say, it's going on, man. That like the title of the story. You know what I mean? Breaking news, man. Trump and Elon conflict is crazy funny right now, right? So that's big. That's problems in the big house, man. But it's conflict. So we have to get that. It's separation everywhere, man. And we watched it for years, man. Separation, segregation, all kind of crazy stuff. But right now, there's problems even there, man. So, I don't know if you kept up today, what I mean, what's going on in today's news, man, but just seeing this stuff and seeing what's going on and seeing Eli and Trump not being on the same page after, just disagreeing on the social media bill, like, it's getting crazy, man, because hey man, y'all together. Y'all in bed together. So when you're in bed together, come on, man. We can't have this. Not saying like it's a bad thing in bed together. No, Diddy. I'm just saying they work, y'all together on the same cause and trying to accomplish the same goal. But with that being said, man, like, what your take is on this right now, man? Because they're saying, man, it's saying Donald Trump and Elon Musk friendship implodes.
Because
All
it
the insults they have
eh,
exchanged so far.
is money involved. Folks act funny with money, and when you
Yeah.
start messing with somebody's pockets,
It ain't funny
It,
no more.
it ain't funny. No, it
It ain't
ain't.
funny
We ain't boys no more. You
no
hurt my
more.
pockets with this bill.
Uh-uh.
We had
Uh-uh.
an agreement.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Hey,
And
hey,
Trump's like, I used you for I needed you for.
hey.
Bump your agreement.
Oh my God.
You
Oh
just
my
fall
God.
in line. Shut up and fall in line. You
This is, I I hear cricket. Hey man, listen, bro. This is 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 just like it right now. What we're hearing the rhetoric coming back and forth from the both of them as they're feuding. You know what I mean? Over the administration, big beautiful bill, right? The big beautiful bill. What bill? The big beautiful bill, right? Social media is going crazy, right? The pair have exchanged a number of insults toward one another, right? And like we got to work together for the next 4 years. How is this the 3 years or whatever they got left? How is this gonna work? Said Musk claimed that Trump was in the Epstein files. He was in the Epstein files, man. What you
Right,
mean?
right. Throwing them
So
straight under the bus.
Diddy and everybody else that been going on in the did it. So now, boy, what you doing saying that? That's real beef now. While the Trump claimed that Musk was made aware of the EV solar cuts that Musk later claimed he was never shown. He didn't know they was gonna cut the solar and the EV. Like, hold up, that's how I make money. Oh, Trump said I ain't playing. I'm taxing the rich. I'm taxing everybody.
And you know
Every,
what? That EV stuff, he said that years ago. He was gonna cut that out.
yeah,
Because the Democrats was trying to force the electric cars by 2030. And
right,
Trump was like, nah, that ain't happening. So for Elon to be surprised is really it. You know what? For a lot of
right,
stuff Trump does, people are surprised. And it's like he literally has said it. Like this is
right,
what he's doing now is everything he said in the past that he's gonna do. And everyone's all in the uproar. And it's like, how you in the uproar? You voted for him and you knew he said this stuff. What were you thinking? Were you just thinking about your own business?
right,
Like this,
right,
this well, I you know how we get
and,
down as a people. We're not surprised with anything.
right. That's what I say. I'm not surprised that like it's not, bruh. People and it's not all people, but they're acting surprised over the situations, right? What's going on, and it's like I keep saying to people, "What did you think was going to happen?" Like everybody said what was going to happen. Did you think people were just making those stories up? Like, hey man. But like I say, some of the things that he's coming back strong on, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you making the rich pay too? Hey man, you might be all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like balance the scales. But at the end of the day, it don't help. Like a lot of people get so caught up in that and saying who gonna be in the house, who gonna be the spokesman for me, and none of that is ever gonna reach your pocket, right?
Mhm.
Your success gonna come by your drive, your hustle, what you gonna do to build yourself, right? And I think a lot of people are looking for someone to get in there that's just gonna make them rich. It don't work like that,
Yeah, and
right?
he in his office is an archaic position anyways, meaning it wasn't meant to go this far. And real change is affected on the state level and the city level. That's where you see the effects of stuff and where things happen differently for you as a voter. The presidency, so much is put on his hat that he doesn't even really have power to do, because you got to go through the legislative branch, the Senate, the government, all the way down to a mayor and an alderman. Those elected officials are the ones. The mayor of our city is the one. The mayor of yours has more of an effect on you than the president does. And and people know that. We learned that in school, but yet we put so much onus on it and put so much energy into what he's doing and
Right,
really what the DEI stuff, right? Oh, it became a black thing all of a sudden, and
right,
it's like, well, we've been had civil rights, right? We've been
right,
had all this stuff. So why is DEI us now?
Right.
diversity, inclusion. It has nothing to do with us. You're including us because it's affecting other people.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And so every time that something affects other people, black folks get thrown into it. So when someone takes something like Target and then they throw us into it, they say, let's boycott it. And it's just like, well, from day one, if you manage your spending and who you spend your money with, then there's no need for a boycott. If big companies want to take things left and start attacking races and things of that nature, but based on DEI, then you don't got to buy with them. Take your money elsewhere. Um, I just think it's when it comes to that type of stuff, Trump had an agenda and he literally said who he's
Right.
going after. You know
Right.
what I mean? And he's never said, I'm going after black people
Right.
in particular. Other people use what he does to go after black people. Does that make sense? So
Right.
he opens the door. He's basically opening the door for the attack. But
Right.
his direct stuff is toward he's literally said who he's actually going after and who he wants to affect.
So here's
I'm
my
gonna
thing.
stay politically correct about it and not say exactly what it is.
Here's my thing on that. Right. So we knew that everything he was coming in on, we understood what he represented and what he stood for. And we also know that he said he wasn't taking no stuff off of no other country. And the United States is the most powerful
Mm-hmm.
in the world. And yet we hear today that Russia will not end the war.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna sit back and just let them kill up each other. Like they're two guys with two different agreements, but it's collateral damage in the process of people that have no
Dying.
voice, no choice in the matter of that war that's losing their life. Life
People
is
are
life,
dying. Yeah.
right? But this goes back to when we protest and we march and we said Black Lives Matter, and then we heard people say all lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
So now the question is, do all lives matter?
No,
Okay.
you know,
That's
it's
a
a hey, yeah, it's a
that's,
move. It don't even matter, do it?
hey
But
man.
we
Hey
are,
people, what y'all think? You think
yeah.
I got something going?
They use, they do use us.
Yeah.
They do use us to do the fighting, to do the protesting, to make the change, and and,
So,
and it's just throughout history. It's always been that way. Groups gather
right.
with us to make change, all the way
Right.
down. So this is no different. I think with that war that you referenced, that's a shame because he did say, "I can end this war in 24 hours."
Right.
You
Right.
know, and it's like you can't. That's not how you. That's
Right.
not that. Well, your diplomatic skills are an F because that's not how you're supposed to do that.
Right.
And let
Right.
them go ahead and kill each other. I get
Right.
you don't want to send resources over or you don't want to send more aid, but hey, let's get these guys to the table. Not let's
Amen.
kill. Lord forbid, it's the United States is at war with somebody and they say that to us. Well, just
Right.
let them keep on shooting up, like man.
Right.
And that
So
stunt he pulled with the in South Africa, and he's like, "There's a white people out there lined up." You remember? I was like, "This
amen.
boy lost his mind,"
And,
and he
and
had it all wrong too. It's
right.
like,
Right.
who gave you that information?
Right. Right. Now, along with the money he's spending, right, the massive spending bill, right, that
Mhm.
that frankly increases, right, the budget deficit, right, not just decreases it, but adding it, right, to undermine the work of the Department of what Dodge was doing is saying the government efficient, but you're getting rid of government programs saying that they was getting paid too much, yet all this money is going out now towards the military agenda or whatever's going on. I mean, with this war stuff or behind the scenes with the spending, right? Right. But it's saying that the tax cut in the military spending in part by cutting some federal health and energy programs. So now the people that same people that voted, the same people that thinking that you was gonna help them economically
You actually heard
is
me.
hearing that not only am I gonna help you, I'm gonna take the programs that assist you
Hmm.
that's going to help you as well, right? It's gonna help somebody. I don't know if it's gonna help you or not, but it's gonna help somebody. But it's gonna hurt a lot of people, man, that count on that right now. There are some people that take advantage of it, and there are some people that really needs it, right?
Yeah.
And because they can't afford it, right? And I know what that feel like, right? And there are some people that's gonna really go homeless, man. When we're saying we're trying to change the homeless situation and get more people housing and help people out to get off the street, and we're saying, now we're gonna cut all the assistance though. They're gonna have to get it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that's homeless, y'all just stuck homeless, right? Because those programs about to get cut that help you with assisting getting living, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we're a country that make money. We print our own money, man. And when catastrophes happen in other countries, I done seen us give trillions and like and home we have people that suffer, right? I can't just say, oh, it's all Trump fault that people are suffering. And it's not.
No.
You know what I mean? This has long been an issue and long been a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, is he making it any better? No, but that's just goes without saying, you know. But you know, it's a lot going on in the world, man, and we're seeing right now with him and Elon going at it, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. You looking at a guy that's 53 and then a guy that's 78, they're going back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
They reach a new level on Thursday with this feud, man. Today, Musk shared a clip from his interview right on Fox Business, in which he also criticized the big, beautiful bill. He criticized that same bill, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Vantage. He criticized the bill, man, in an interview, man, live on TV, bro. There was problems that was brewing already, but this ain't the first time this happened inside administration for Trump. His first administration, and people went to jumping ship and didn't want to be a part of it. Oh no, I don't like what's going on behind the scenes. Oh Lord, Diddy, come on, man. So, you know, I'm reading, man, where it says, you know, I'm in a business clip. Musk says, I can't believe I'm here doing this. It's kind of bizarre, but I kind of think that we've got this enormous federal budget deficit, and it's a $2 trillion deficit. It keeps growing. This is what Elon says. It keeps growing, right? So if that's growing and we're cutting as if that's what's making that deficit grow, when we know damn well it got nothing to do with homeless, it got nothing to do with healthcare, it got nothing to do with the program they want to cut, HUD, the assistant program. So it has nothing to do with those situations, right? But Elon is speaking out against it because he ain't scared. He feel like like they say, he's the richest man in the world. He ain't got to take that shit. Right? And he got a key position as the richest man in the world. So what now? Do he get fired? Did he quit? What now? How do you go back to work? We didn't blasted all our business out all over social media. This ain't getting, you can't heal that. How do you fix that? You can't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, I don't know what he was doing in the Epstein files. But we see Diddy on a massive trial behind the accusations he got about him. And speaking of Diddy, we might as well go straight into that, man. You know what I mean? I might as well go straight into that because it done got serious there. You know, we talking about Trump and the Epstein files, and they don't want to put none of that business out. We were supposed to hear names, and a whole bunch of names got quiet. What happened to the names? That's all I wanted to know. What happened to the names, Corey? Lee Van, what happened to the names, bro, from the Epstein trial? It just got quiet. Diddy's story took clean over. Just like R. Kelly and all the rest of them took clean over. I ain't saying Diddy innocent, boy, because a lot of people done spoke up against. Like I said in one of my shorts, man. I heard Usher himself speak, right? And my thing was with that was, because I ain't got no beef with Usher. I like Usher. I think Usher a good guy, man. You know what I mean? Been through some stuff. I remember when he first came out years ago, man. He was in our city, man, in the Superdome, walking around with his shirt off and, feeling good in some jeans. You feel me? He was performing, I forgot what it was, a little not back to school. It was something small like that, but it was big, though. It was in the Superdome. They always have it. And, my thing was, Usher, you a man, you should have been spoke out. I can understand a woman and what they're going through, but you, as a man, you should have been spoke out, man, if you wanted to speak out. You know what I mean? Because you kept that quiet a long time as well. You feel me? So that was information you could have divulged a long time ago, but you didn't. So when you left and you kept that information hidden, so I mean, you there's obstruction, then there's accessory after the fact, before the fact, during the fact. A lot of these people was there inside of all of the events and kept quiet a long time. So why you say that he was a monster and you allowed the monster to continue to devour. Till one day somebody got it covered, it got caught on film. Come on, man. The people that shared it on film wasn't going to get the amount of money they would have got had they just told them, we'll sell you this film and not turn it into nobody. Diddy might have gave you $2-3 million. You sold the film, you got the film for free. You shared the film and ain't getting nothing but $1,000. And you know what I mean? What sense it made, right? I know it was good exposing, but speaking of Diddy gets a warning. He get warned, man, the day in court, saying that he was looking at the jurors and nodding at the jurors, right? So he gets warned in court and shit hits the fan. While all this going on, shit hits the fan, Cole. Shit hits the fan, right? So we see this hit the fan, and now the question is, do you think that that's a form of intimidation towards the jury? Is that the case? Are they saying that when he nodded, that's like a signal to them, like I see you, and you better, you know what I mean? Because they say if anything like it happened again, they're considering trying his case without him being present. The worst feeling you can feel is get found guilty or get a charge or something. You ain't there to see what happened. I ain't got none of the information. You gonna tell me what went on? Oh no. They must gonna have a TV where I can see everything that's going on inside there, but it's been some days into this trial, man. I think, what it is, 17 days or something like that? I don't know. The trial been going on quite a while, man. It said the key testimony from Jane come as the prosecution seeks to show Combs and his inner circle use violence. They use violence as a form of they use violence, man. They're saying they use violence, lies, and drugs and other means to coerce Jane and Cassie Venture into participating in sexual performances with male escorts known as hotel nights or freak-offs, right? So we see this happen a lot, like in the world, growing up, man. My guy, shout out to Lee Vantage, man. He having a little technical difficulties over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lee Vantage, man. You know what I mean? My guy, man, came through and showed some love. I always like to end my show, man. I wanted to have him on. Hopefully he fixed that problem, man. He might go out and come back in and it might all work again for him, man. But yeah, just sometimes you got to try some things, man, and you come back in, but come back on in and I get you in before the show ends, man, and hopefully you can leave a good word, because we still got 5 minutes to talk about some things, because I won't get into some other stuff, man. But yeah, it's going on in the Diddy trial, man. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned with that, man. Like, I don't know. I ain't there. You know what I mean? But I know he done pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering and conspiracy, sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution. His defense acknowledged Combs was violent, but has questioned the motive of these testifying and said that the women consented to the sexual activity. So I don't know if you got consent of people that has truly consented and now have some regrets on what they experienced, or you force them to consent, whatever the case may be, that truth gonna come out, man. And I don't know how that gonna end and how it gonna fall, but yeah, that truth gonna eventually come out, man. It's gonna eventually come out, man. Yeah, it's your boy, man, dude, man, from Delete That Podcast, man. Just coming to y'all, man. Always want to show y'all love. Always want to be in y'all corner, man, and show y'all love, man. But continue to keep it 100 and continue to strive for great things, man. There's greatness out there. Now, with that being said, man, there's some upcoming high school matchups, man, that you look forward to, man. You want to keep up with some of these schools, man, especially out there in the Bay Area, man. I want to give them some love, man, and bring some attention to that area, man, because you got schools inside that Fremont area, and I think you got even Union City. What's the other city? Hayward and Newark. There's so many different cities, man, and they got some kids, man, playing their hearts out to get to the next level, man, to try to get a shot at just college, man, to get the experience, man. A lot of them don't care if it's big school, small school. They just want to say they got the opportunity to live their dream and play the sport they love and play it at a high level, man. And college is sometimes people's ultimate goal, and a lot of people want the league and make it to the league. That's an exceptional fraternity, a few. If you make it there, then so be it. But look forward to some matchups, man, coming out of Fremont, California. I hear there's some stuff brewing down there, man. And some coaches reached out to me and talked to me, and they told me some stuff, man. They tell me at Washington High School, it's a big rival game with them in Irvington, man. So I think it's going to be a tune-in, much-watched game, man. I'm looking forward to seeing it and interviewing some of the players. Delete That Podcast going to be out there on the scene, man. Moving forward, I'm going to cover a lot of the youth football games and bring a lot of these players exposures, man, moving forward, man. Have them on the show, interview them live on the scene at the game, and then possibly get them on the show one night and let y'all call in, and y'all might have some questions or inspirational quotes for them to guide them and get them to the next level, man. Motivation is everything, man, and it takes a village, right? So now the feud, like I said, so much crazy stuff. Stocks being hurt by the feud, all kind of stuff going on crazy right now. But with that being said, man, tune in to the football, man. Tune in, man. I'm hearing that those rival games, man, you got there's a big game. I'm hearing, man, that's brewing too, man, between I think there's a school, there's Tennyson. Yeah, Tennyson, there's in Hayward. Tennyson High School. They got a big game they got coming up week 1. I think they're playing the Cougars, man, and I hear that's going to be a big game, man. I'm looking forward to that game, seeing the outcome of that game. Also, Logan is in the stretch right now. They got that James Logan. They just got to change over coaching staff, man. So we're looking forward to seeing what Logan have to bring, man. A lot of these schools and had to change over coaches to get better, man. We want to support them, man, and with all they do, man, because all they're doing is being figures that's a positive role model in kids' lives, and they're trying to be the best coach they could be, man. We expect some coaches to be Belichick, win multiple championships and state titles, man, and it just don't happen like that. You don't get the level of athleticism some areas get, and you have to work with what you have, and you have to train and teach it, right? And so you got some games, and you got some big games going on. Shout out to Newark Memorial, man. They just got a new football field, man. Turf, I hear, is baddest field in the area, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Look forward to a great season for y'all guys as well, man. And I hear y'all got 7 home games. Y'all traveled all eight away games last season because your field was under construction. So I'm looking to see what them 7 home games do, man. You got some key opponents like the Tennyson and the Logan, James Logan, coming through there, man, and playing you guys, man, this season. Sequoia in the mix. So you got some big games, big moments, big time games coming up, man. I'm looking forward to see how those outcomes turn out. Now, with that being said, let's move down. Arroyo, last year, league champs, handling their business in their area, man. I want to stay on tune, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. They got a little shifty receiver a guy that plays in the backfield too. He gonna be moved around a lot, man. And Rodney Jr., man, I'm looking forward to hearing him and some other kids that's over there on that Arroyo team, man, that I'm familiar with, man, and know about, man, and heard about. I'm looking forward to interviewing a lot of you guys, man, and just bringing awareness to your campaign as well as you seek that opportunity to get to college, man. I'm hoping you get there. So with that being said, man, we getting down to our final seconds of the show, man. I want to always give a positive, uplifting speech to you guys out there, man. Always believe in yourself. Always know that greatness lives inside you. You don't need no one admiration to make you great, man. You don't need people to edify you, that to make you great. Greatness is inside you. You define you. People don't define you. People judge you. People put you in categories in their own mind, and they got the right to feel however they want to feel. But what I'm telling you is that the only person that can stop you is you. Shout out, man. Shout out to the Kennedy, John F. K. Kennedy, man, and as well, man, out there in Fremont, California, man. And y'all did some big things in baseball. The baseball team and the girls softball team, man, made it to the NCF championship, man. Had they won, they came up short, man, but it was a good game. One was 1-0, and the other one I think was like 3-4. So it was some close, tight games to get to state, man. So shout out, man. Had they won it, they already had did something for the first time in the history of Fremont as being the first school girls and boys team to make it to the NFC championship in baseball, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to the coaches, the staff, man, and the people that support the kids there at Kennedy High School, man. But we got Lee Vanish back on here, man. Our time winding down now, man. But we talked about some things, bruh, about high school, man, and we talked about the Logan matchups and Tennyson and Newark, the rival between Washington High School and Irvington High School, man. And I feel like you make it expand upon how intense that game may be. I think it's one to be marked on the charts.
Right. Yeah, they had oh boy, damn. So we beat them, I think a year or two ago. And they had we got accused of running up the score. So they came back with vengeance last year and got us. And they and was very excited. So it ends up becoming a rival now because it's
Right.
and like I told you before, for this area we in, I like for everyone to be competitive with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got to get blown out for you to get better the next year, so be it. Is my mindset. So
Right.
everyone takes their licks. It's just how you bounce back, especially as a staff and helping these kids get to a developmental stage where they are very competitive and they do what they need to do in the off season
Right.
to put in the work to be able to pull off what Irvington did last year when they beat us. That's a testament to the coach's competitive edge and how he had those guys ready for that game. So now it's our turn to bounce back. We got to bounce back on y'all too. Because our series is split right now. So because you guys is in another division last prior 2 years. We got Kennedy. They gonna look for some bounce back because we got them last year. So and that's what you want. We just need American to step up.
Hey, man! I hear some of the territory y'all gonna be going. There's gonna be some hostile territory. New fields and new mind and new agendas. You know what I mean? And you gotta watch who you say you gotta get back on because some of the people, you know what I mean, got a point to prove on the. I just want to put that out there. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of noise making on that new field.
Mm-hmm.
You know
are we there or y'all coming to us?
What?
I think y'all coming to us, ain't you?
What?
Are we over there? I mean,
what?
we ain't going there.
Huh?
We're not going there.
I don't want to come inside that jungle. That's where the lions and the cougars and the animals be at. Yeah, they growling. They're in the trees, they swinging, and they looking down when you walk inside the ken. They give signals. And who got my back? I got your back.
Let me see.
We don't eat. You got to watch out, Corey. Shit ain't gonna be sweet.
Oh damn. Yeah, we going there. Yeah, we there. Yeah, we
Yes,
there.
you are.
Yeah.
You hear me say that over and
Mm,
over and over again.
We're gonna help
Our
y'all.
entire season was on the road.
Mm,
All of the league games.
that's gonna be a good one over there to get to see that.
I'm saying,
I like playing on good fields.
oh yeah, you're gonna love this
Nice
field.
fields. I like them.
This field is gonna be a much remembered field because I got something for you. I got something for you. You know, we want to pray God, all the kids stay healthy, man. Have a great season. You know what I mean? You know, we like to have fun as coaches, man, and talk stuff, man. But it's really about what we do for kids, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, and I know it's gonna be some good games, it's gonna be some good rivalries, it's gonna be some good shit talking. That's a
right,
part of the game, you
right.
know what I mean? Like,
That's what make it fun, right?
yeah,
Even during our 707s, and you call
yeah,
them PI, and I'm saying it's good.
yeah,
We,
yeah,
having fun as ex
yeah,
players, and then having your kids be able to join that
right,
same type of energy. Because even when we ended up matching up with each other during the season, it was a real tough, hard fought game that you guys wore us out in eventually. But
right,
there was no animosity. It's
right,
just, hey, how are we gonna get this back as ours from our side? And it's like, but it was a fun game, and it's like, okay, that's what you
right,
want it to be.
right,
I didn't want Irvington to take it so personal, but for him to get to that point, that was fun. But we still got next year. We you know you you got to continue this. What Kennedy went on 8 years beating Washington,
yeah, yeah,
and then we come back and we stop that bleeding. And I think that's what makes the difference as far as the kids is concerned. And looking back when they have those memories, like, yo, I remember we was the team that did this, and
right, right.
and as coaches being able to have a
Oh
part of that too with the kids, leaving your mark. So the rivalry stuff is real good. I like it. I don't lose sleep over it. As far as preparation, I do, but I don't lose sleep over. Man, we about to get handled. No, we about to play. This is what you want. We want to bring back our area of football. It used to be
yeah, right,
really competitive. Um,
right,
really highly competitive. So like you was talking about the old rivalries with Logan and Washington and stuff like that.
right, right.
That those things those programs. Logan's fine, but our program needs to get back to where it needs to
Yeah,
be keeping this thing going in this area, and these kids is going somewhere
right,
out of this
right,
area, and because we do get kids, we do get kids that can at the very least play D2. We had one that went to, of course, as you know, your peoples went to Tennyson from he was in our area, but he was D1 in our area too. It wasn't
right,
like he was unknown. He was still a D1 kid, went
right,
D1. So we do get them.
right,
We
right,
do get those kids, but we need to be seen as when we playing each other, it should be two top 35 teams playing each other.
right,
You know what I mean? Not
right,
one at 68, 86, and all that stuff. We
right,
got to get it up.
right,
Um, that's commitment. I like, I love your team. I D line, love them. And what your kids put out. It's just we need to get all our kids at every school
right, right,
on that type of level where and it takes time because they destroyed our youth league, and you've been building that back up. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's not where it wasn't where we had it fit 20 years ago. It was 8 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Plus now
yeah.
we
It was
just got
27,
yeah, we just got
27 in total at one time, man.
yeah.
And so
So
many kids was pushed away, man, and
mhm,
it was a lot of stuff went on, embezzlements and all this kind of stuff
mhm,
through the
mhm,
rest of the people, man. You know, my youth organization is crazy because that's something I don't even like the money. I don't even control. I am not on it. Like I just build the program, right? Other people control the finance part of it, right? You know what I mean? And because it's not about the money with me, it's just about if I could create an opportunity for a kid and give him hope or give him a shot. Parents is tight. There's all kind of high inflation, this, inflation, that, tariff this, tariff that. So people are feeling the effects of a lot of these things, man. And so I'm glad I'm in a position to help parents, to help kids that don't have to be denied the right to play because they have to choose between, their parents have to choose between the next bill or the
Hmm.
next meal, uh, allow you to have fun. You know what I mean? So if I could still afford you the right to have fun, and we have money that'll cover it, I'm paying for it. Like, you know what I mean? And my board members understand that. They know I don't care nothing about the money. I spend it all up on the kids and make it all over again, as long as they had a great experience. But you get those kids, and then through coaching, like I said, putting on the many hats, man, you touch so many kids' lives in the process of what you giving them information. I had a kid today at practice. It was his first time encountering me and meeting me. And I called him and I said, listen, man, I said, I see you having fun. I said, I'm glad you're having fun. I said, I'm a coach that I asked you to do him a favor. You don't want me to ever ask you to do me a favor, because I'm going to find the furthest place I could see for you to run. And I don't want you to run. I want you to learn. And you're like, yes, coach. And we had the one conversation, and I said, so when you hear me instructing you, that don't mean stop inside of the drill. Just adjust inside of the drill. Don't stop,
Hmm.
right? So we had that conversation. He started getting, the kids was motivating this and that. And the end of practice, he come and shook my hand. He was like, hey, coach, thank you for taking time to teach me.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
looked at him run off, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
like the way you perceived it was correct. You
yeah.
didn't perceive it as coach got on me and I don't like that coach. And you know what I mean? Kids are forming
Hmm.
these things, and keep
Hmm.
and think that a coach don't like them because they're being tough on you. I'm being tough on you because I expect you to tap into what's inside that I know inside you, and you just don't know it's inside you. But I
Hmm.
want you to find it, to bring it out. But by it, you have to understand what discipline is. You got to understand what focus is, right? You got to know what commitment is. You got to know what consistency is, right? So these things I harp on over and over inside my practice, inside teaching, inside training. Like we speak those words of admiration out. We say it loudly. You know what I mean? Do we make excuses? They're gonna no, coach. We make examples. That's a mindset I'm teaching them, right? And it's not an incorrect mindset. It's fit for society. It's teaching you how to be more than just a football player. It's teaching you how to be a man, a respectable
Hmm.
man with morals and respect for them, not only for other people, but for yourself. A lot of people don't have self-respect, so they don't have self-love, and they don't have self-motivation. And they destroy themselves within, right? And they suffocate themselves with the thoughts of depression and all these things because they can't figure out how to get out of that cage.
Hmm.
It's the Rubik's cube, turning it all kind of ways so you match all the colors. It's a way to do it. We used to think it was impossible. How I'm gonna turn this thing into all the colors line up? That can't be done.
Yeah.
And then somebody showed it could be done, and then start setting records on who could do it the fastest, and all these different things. Right? It's a system to everything we do in life. But like I said, man, I appreciate you on the show, man. You know what I mean? What kind of words of inspiration you have, Cole, before we go, man? We always lead the people, man, with a good word of inspiration, man. The crowd loving it. They all into it, man. What you got to say to the youth out there, man, to somebody that's going through the loss out there, man, before we close?
Well, I always say this to my players and my kids too. Don't be afraid to be great.
That's right.
I think it's something that everyone lives with. Um, of course, the normal cliche, shoot for the stars, you might land up on the moon. That's what that kind of comes from.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do and chase your dreams, and don't pull back yourself from being able to go accomplish it. Because if you fall short, you'll know I fell short because I tried versus I fell short because I felt I couldn't do it.
Right.
And
Right.
and
Right.
and, and that translates on the football field too when
Yes,
we
sir.
talk about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, you heard it here, man, on Delete That Podcast, man. You heard it from Lee Vantage himself, man. Go follow him, man, on this podcast, man. Like I say, man, we out here on all platforms, man. All we doing it for is to try to teach kids better. See that there's hope, man. But you can find Lee Vantage on this platforms, man. On YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, IG. He's everywhere, man. So, tune in, man. Guy's funny, man. He talk about a lot of movie stuff, you know what I mean, for you movie heads. I know they got the movies, the moodies like the foodies, you feel? Yeah, so, for you guys that's out there, man, that love it out there, man, and, to each his own, man. I just want to support y'all in whatever venture you decide to do, man, but you heard it here first from Delete That Podcast, man. We love you out there. Make sure you always remember the only one that can stop you is you. Stop pointing the finger and making excuses and start making examples and watch how life turn out for you. With that, man, it's your boy Dude, man. From Delete That Podcast, man, we brought you the love. We brought you the truth, man. And we brought you everything because we are everything. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Sugar Slim, man, who make all this stuff possible, man. You know what I mean? With the track. You know what I mean? He brought it through to me. And it's your boy Dude. 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 It's your boy Dude. Hey, man, tune in to the next episode, man. Next episode coming soon, man. I know it's been a minute since your boy got down, man. But you know what it is, baby. You know what it is. So make sure, man, you tune in to the next episode, man. It's going to be real. You know it's going to be raw. And it's going to be uncut. And it's going to speak your truth. I let you speak your truth on here, man. Because I'm going to speak my truth. It's all about your truth, man. I'd rather you tell the truth than tell a lie, huh? A lie ain't cost you a penny. A lie ain't cost you a penny, but you tell it like it's say a dollar. You understand me? But listen, man, you stay up out there, man. You stay blessed, man. And watch out for the hate, man. The hate is real, man. You know what I mean? Stay prayed up. Stay woke out there, man. Make sure you continue to show love, though. Whatever you do, man, always show love before you show hate, man. And that's coming here from your boy, Dude, man. Lee Vintage and your boy, Dude, man, from Delete That Podcast. And your boy is out. I think your boy, Dude.